As Superman and his family continue to up their superhero game, so will their enemies also rise to the occasion. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1052 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Metallo had attacked the grand opening of the brand new Steelworks building. The attack had taken many by surprise, including poor Connor Kent himself, who ended up getting more banged up than just about anyone, a fact of which will bruise his ego for the rest of the issue. Even Superman finds it a little difficult to keep up with the new and improved John Corbin. Apparently Lex Luthor spared no expense in upgrading him with War World tech. Though of course if you've been paying attention to this Philip Kennedy Johnson series, you'll know that Metallo never actually wanted to fight Superman. He's only being goaded into it by Lex Luthor in exchange for his sister's safety. Hell, when John Henry Iron Steel joins the fight to protect Superman and all of the people within his brand new building, Corbin actually has more of an axe to grind with him. In fact, this issue even goes as far as to remind us about John Henry's own involvement in the Steel Soldier project and Corbin becoming Metallo in the first place. Also, Jesus, as I stop and think about it, this issue has 3 guys named John in it: John Henry, John Corbin, and John Kent. Now, if you're like me, you might also be wondering, like, yeah, okay, Metallo's a pretty strong threat and everything, but this new Superman book is a family book. All of these characters are so powerful, surely he shouldn't be that much of a problem. And the answer is, he really actually isn't. Superman manages to hit Metallo up in the air, freeze him with his frost breath, and then knock him out into the deep darkness of space, basically ending the conflict right there. But wait, that's so early in the issue. What is the rest of the story going to be about? Well, the answer is lots of things. We once again go back to the Kent family home where everyone gets the chance to chill and decompress after what was essentially their first mission. I like these warm, homey moments of the extended Kent family just kind of hanging out with each other. The artist does a good job giving everyone physical business to attend to, like Connor dealing with his wounds, Kara trying not to feed Crypto chocolate. It's all really good stuff. Also, someone mentioned this to me in the comment section of the last video, and I'd be remiss not to bring it up. I'm pretty sure John and Connor have never actually had a conversation on panel, which at first I thought was impossible, but then I thought longer and harder on it, and honestly I started to spiral for a second. Now, while the Super family may very well have managed to save the day, they didn't exactly make any friends amongst the W-Lex news network who is using this attack as a great opportunity to not only talk smack about Superman and Steelworks, but also to further embolden those Blue Earth guys. You'll remember they're the radical anti-alien, anti-war world refugee guys who are making problems before Metallo even attacked. There's also still the matter of the brand new super twins, Otho and Ossul. This whole thing has been a great learning experience for them, not just as superheroes, but as regular humans living on Earth. In fact, Philip Kennedy Johnson takes this opportunity to reiterate some stuff we kind of take for granted about Superman as he explains to the kids why he has a secret identity, why Clark Kent as a person means so much to him, how Superman never hates any of his enemies and never aims to fight but will defend himself and others if it comes to that. Also, while the kids have come a very long way from being slaves on a terrifying gladiatorial world, they're still slow to adjust to other things. For one, they still choose to sleep on the floor, and the girl even binds her own wrists out of habit. Ugh, that's dark. And hey, speaking of crappy childhoods, from there we actually flash on over to Corbin, where we see that this android is indeed actually having himself a dream about a particularly crappy time in his own family history wherein his deadbeat uncle brought his shitty father back into the house after getting shot and then told the kid to get rid of the gun. It's at this point Corbin actually ends up coming to in the vacuum of space, wherein he's met by a hologram of his sister Trace, who claims that she's no longer Luthor's prisoner, but that things have actually only gotten worse because of not only just his own failure, but the fact that he let it slip to Superman that he was doing all of this under duress. Holo Trace claims that a heartless Superman locked her up in a supervillain prison and that she's not going to make it that much longer unless John can make it back to Earth and not only finish off Superman, but his whole family this time. And damn it if Metallo just isn't the perfect combination of dumb, angry, and loyal for this clear ploy to actually end up working. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking to yourself, damn, that's one hell of a Lex Luthor manipulation play to pull on poor Corbin, but here's the thing. Back on Earth, Superman and his family actually begin to question if Luthor is actually involved at all. You see, Kara actually overheard Corbin talking to someone during the Steelworks attack. But when Superman used his X-ray vision to investigate Luthor in prison, he was just sitting there doing nothing, meaning that there's a good chance Corbin might not actually have been talking to Lex this whole time. Lord knows Luthor isn't the only one who has it out for Superman and Steelworks right now because of the whole Warworld refugee crisis, and as Metallo returns to Earth, he actually ends up coming face to face with a bunch of Blue Earth goons planning more terrorism on the Steelworks building. At first, they try and figure out if John is on their side, and Metallo uses this opportunity to have a lot of fun with these guys, going, "Oh yeah, I'm totally pro-human, look at me." Corbin beats the ever-loving crap out of these Blue Earth jerks, but he doesn't actually kill them when given the opportunity, figuring that at the end of the day, these guys ultimately have the same goal, and that if he's going to be fighting an entire super family, Metallo might as well build a little family of his own. And it's on that note right there the comic comes to a close, everyone, and so that was Action Comics number 1052, and once again, I'm really enjoying what Philip Kennedy Johnson is doing here, not just with Superman, but with all the characters. I was worried with building a whole family book around a team of Superman-level powered characters, we were going to be suffering from a lot of power creep, but I think this issue does a really good job showcasing that Action Comics isn't just going to be about, well, the action and beating up supervillains. There's going to be actual other stuff at stake, more family dynamics, and more personal stakes, not even just for the heroes either, but for the villains too. I gotta say, this is probably the most interesting and sympathetic Metallo has been in, well, maybe forever. There's also something just kind of beautiful too about seeing Lois and Clark really get back into the role of being mother and father again, and really growing to love these kids and accept them as their own. But also, as the reader, we know this is going to be an uphill battle because those kids have a lot of emotional, traumatic baggage that they're going to have to deal with. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one another 8 out of 10. Man, both the Superman books are so damn good right now. What a time to be reading comics, I tell ya. Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.